Am I the a-hole for calling out my mom for wanting to go against my sister's will and for refusing to give something of my sister's to our half-siblings? My sister, 22, died this year. I, 16 male, knew she was sick, but our mom didn't, and neither did our stepdad. My sister wasn't talking to mom when she died. When she turned 18, she moved out of the house, and she crashed with friends for almost a year. Then she moved in with some of her friends, and they shared an apartment. When she left, she took everything that was hers. All her stuffed animals, her scrapbooks. She scrapbooked since she was 5. Her books, her makeup stuff, and any jewelry she had. Mom actually screamed at her as my sister was leaving because it was pretty clear she wasn't coming back with all the stuff she was taking. I don't think they ever spoke again. If they did, it wasn't often, and it didn't end good. The reason my mom and sister's relationship was so bad is mom never forgave my sister for telling me all about our dad and how much he loved both of us. She said it a lot more when mom met stepdad. My sister wanted me to remember I had a dad, and she didn't want me to think he was something I never had before because even though I didn't remember I had a dad who loved me, mom was hurt. My sister was also hurt because she said 2 years was super fast and felt wrong when mom wanted us to call him dad. The relationship was hurt more when my mom had our half-siblings, and my sister still said I was her only sibling, and she told mom they would never matter to her. I think mom thought my sister would start to love our stepdad and things would be fine, but she didn't, and I never saw my stepdad as my dad, and I always felt differently about my half-siblings. I admit it could be my sister's influence, but it's how I feel still, and mom resents my sister for it. She never got the perfect family again like she wanted, and my sister was glad it didn't happen. She used to argue with mom that it was disrespectful to our dad to try and slot someone else into his role in every way. So our life's a mess, and my sister's death was something mom has struggled with. When she found out I knew my sister was sick, she was even more upset because I got to say goodbye, but nobody else did. But what really bothered her was my sister had a will when she died, and she left everything to me and left her lawyer in charge of it with instructions for me to be given it when I turn 18 and not before. So mom gets nothing, and neither do our half-siblings. Mom tried to ask if my sister could do that at her age and when she had other siblings, but she can, and more than one lawyer told her that. When she had given up on the legal side working for her, she started telling me to split the stuff with my half-siblings. She said my half-siblings don't deserve to be without anything to remember my sister by, and she said it's on me now to be better than my sister was and to accept the family we have. She said I'll never have another sibling if I don't accept my half-siblings, and she told me there's nothing legally wrong with me sharing the stuff with my half-siblings when I get them. She keeps saying it's the right thing to do. When she brought me for a drive where she wouldn't stop talking about it, I kind of lost my temper, and I called her out for trying to go against my sister's will and told her she was disrespecting her memory. I told her I'm not sharing my sister's stuff with my half-siblings either. I told her she's only making me want to leave when I turn 18 like my sister did, and that's a little over a year away. I'm almost 17. She told me our attachment to dad made her feel like we didn't care about her ever. I told her the way she handles this stuff is so bad and makes things way more difficult. Before we got back to the house, she brought up how my half-siblings deserve better and how my sister ruined me. Am I the a-hole?